हेलो एवरीवन। अगर आप फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम चाहते हैं, अगर आप वेल्थ क्रिएट करना चाहते हैं, आप सही जगह पे आए। यू हैव कम टू द राइट प्लेस। वेलकम टू फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम प्लेनेट वेल्थ यूट्यूब चैनल, पॉडकास्ट चैनल एंड फेसबुक लाइव टेलीकास्ट। एक बार फिर से आपका उसमें स्वागत है। तो हमारी इसी जो श्रृंखला हमने शुरू की है म्यूचुअल फंड स्कीम्स की रिव्यू की, इसी श्रृंखला को हम आगे बढ़ाते हुए आज के सेशन में डिस्कस करने वाले हैं SBI Small Cap Fund, which is one of the consistently top performing fund in the small cap category. तो चलिए देखते हैं कि आज के इस फंड में आपके लिए हम क्या लेके ये फंड आपके लिए क्या लेके आ रहे हैं, उसकी हम एनालिसिस करते हैं। दोस्तों, मेरा नाम ब्रिजेश परीख है, फादर ऑफ 2 children, husband to a loving woman. I'm an entrepreneur now turned into a wealth coach, and I'm on a mission to help 1 lakh families like yours to live a financially very free life and achieve financial freedom during your life. तो मेरे इसी मिशन के तहत हम ये जो आज की वीडियो है SBI स्मॉल कैप की एनालिसिस आपके लिए लेके आ रही है। चलिए देखते हैं कि SBI ब्लू चिप फंड की आपके लिए क्या लेके आ रही है। तो सबसे पहले देखते हैं कि फंड क्या स्ट्रेटेजी फॉलो कर रहा है, कौन सी इन्वेस्टमेंट स्ट्रेटेजी फंड फॉलो कर रहा है। So basically, SBI Small Cap Fund aims to provide investors with opportunities for long-term capital growth along with the liquidity of an open-ended scheme by investing predominantly into well-diversified basket of equity stocks of small cap companies. The fund is mandated to hold minimum 65% of its investment in equity and equity-related instruments of small cap companies. The companies which are ranking 251st onwards in terms of full market capitalization as per SEBI definition of small cap. Apart from small cap stocks, SBI Small Cap Fund holds a significant exposure of about 15% to 25% in mid caps, along with a minor allocation of around up to 2% into the large caps. SBI Small Cap Fund strategically follows a blend of growth and value style of investing. The fund manager looks in to invest in high growth oriented multi-bagger stocks of small size companies, but is cautious about the price he is willing to pay for the stock. He also hunts for temporary beaten down stocks available at cheap valuation and does not resist from taking few short-term calls. The fund manager follows the bottom-up approach to stock picking and is selective while choosing companies within the small cap space. So this is the strategy. It's a combination of growth and value style. Bottoms-up approach is being followed. 65% is into the small cap and the 20 to 25% into mid caps and 2% around 2% is into the large cap. That is the structure of the SBI Small Cap Fund. Now let's look at what kind of returns it has produced in the past so that we understand the behavior of the fund. So you can see that over a period of 7 years, since we are talking about the direct plan, over a period of 7 years, it has delivered better than the category as well as the small cap total return index, BSE 250 small cap total return index. Over a period of 5 years also, it has beaten. 3 years, it has beaten the category and benchmark both. Over a 1 year period, it was slightly trailing. 6 months period, it is slightly trailing, but so in the recent 1 year, it is slightly trailing, but over a longer period of time, you can see that the fund has always outperformed the category as well as the benchmark. So that shows the consistent performance of the fund. Now let's compare the peer comparison. You can see here that over a period of 1, 3, 5 years period, you can see that the SBI Small Cap Fund has always performed consistently. You can see that 5 year period, it is one of the top fund in the category. Even 3 year period, it is amongst the one of the top fund in the category, and one year also it is among the top fund in the category. So this way, it is this data shows that fund has a consistent performance history. Now let's look at this risk factor, the standard deviation, which is the deviation with the fund's average performance. So you can see that fund has a standard deviation of 25.19, whereas BSE 250 small cap total return index has a 31.59 and equity small cap has a 21.34. So which is an indicator that the standard deviation is an indicator that shows us that the volatility in the fund. So we can see that the volatility of the fund is less than the index, benchmark index, as well as the category average. If we look at the beta, so it has generated 0.78% beta, which is better than the, which is slightly lower than the small cap fund. And the alpha, so the beta is lower, is always a better, right? And let's look at the alpha. Alpha means the return, better return generated over and above the category average and the benchmark. So you can see that the fund has given 7.25% of better returns over the category average as well as small cap total return index. So if we look at the alpha from the alpha point of view, you can see that it is giving better return than the S&P BSE 250 small cap total return index. So these risk measures suggest that the volatility is on the lower side. At the same time, it is giving far better return than the category and far better return than the benchmark. So that way the fund is amongst the, though no doubt, amongst the best performing fund in the small cap category. Now let's look at the volatility. So here we will be discussing weekly, monthly, quarterly and yearly best performance period and small performance period. So on a weekly basis, it has given better best performance of 9.53% return during the 27th May to 2020 to 3rd June 2020. And during the 16 March 2020 to 23 March 2020, the worst performance was minus 18.84 on a weekly basis. On a monthly basis, it gave return about 20.58% during the 13 August 2014 and 12 September 2014. And the worst return on a monthly basis was during 20 February 2020 to 23 March 2020 when it gave around minus 33.77% negative returns. On a quarterly basis, best performance was given by the fund during 22nd May 2020 to 24 August 2020. The fund gave 38.96% return, whereas the worst performance was given by the fund during the period of 23 December 2019 to 23 March 2020, when it returned minus 28.25%. On a yearly basis, the best return was 127.97%, which means more than doubled during this 1 year period. That is during the 3rd February 2014 to 3rd February 2015. And the worst yearly performance was during 22nd March 2019 to 23 March 2020, where it gave around minus 24.41% negative return. So you can see that the volatility, these statistics which I'm sharing with you during this year, so what sort of volatility you should expect, मतलब bear market में fund कैसा करेगा और bull market में fund कैसा करेगा, to give you a glimpse of the fund, right? Now let's look at the portfolio, right? So you can see that consumer durables is around 11%, consumer non-durables is around 9%, construction is around 5.5%, chemicals is around 12.79%, engineering is around 25.56%, and other is 36.19%. And top stocks are LG Equipments 3.88%, Carbo Random Universal Limited 3.71%, JK Cement 3.39%, Sheila Foam Limited 3.3%, P-Guards Industries Limited 3.28%, Phenolux Industry 3.13%, Kalpataru Power Transmission 3.07%, V-Mart Retail 3.02%, Navin Fluorine International 3%, and Hudson Agro Products 2.75%. So these statistics is based on the July 31, 2021 result data shared by the asset management company. Now, if you have invested rupees 10,000 in the August 2016, which is over a 5-year period, the 1 lakh rupee would have increased to 5 साल के बाद आपके पैसे इंक्रीज होके चले गए होते आपके 1,27,266, a return of around 22.20% of the 22.20% compound annual growth rate. Sorry, rupees 10,000 would have become 27,266, or rupees 1 lakh would have become 2.7 lakh rupees. So the overall CAGR during this 5-year period is around 22.20%. Now, who should invest into? How this fund is suitable to which sort of objectives? So, suitability. Since its inception, SBI Small Cap Fund has been one of the well-managed schemes in the small cap fund category. It has proven track record of timely identifying fundamentally strong sound stocks in the small cap space that have turned into multi-baggers and have helped the fund regain its spots among top category performance. Being a small cap biased fund, SBI Small Cap Fund is bound to witness extreme volatility when the small cap stocks are under pressure or see a sharp correction. However, the fund's ability to recognize worthy company at an early stage of development may help it do well in the long run. Given its penchant for high risk oriented small caps, SBI Small Cap Fund is suitable for only investor having very high risk appetite and a long term investment horizon over 5 to 7 years. तो अगर आपका टाइम होराइजन 5 से 7 साल का है, आप वॉलेटिलिटी जो हमने वॉलेटिलिटी शेयर की -40% से लेके +100 तक की वॉलेटिलिटी अगर आप बेयर कर पाते हो और अगर आपको मार्केट बीटिंग रिटर्न चाहिए, आपको लॉन्ग टर्म में वेल्थ क्रिएट करना है, आपको जो रिस्क फ्री रिटर्न है उससे डबल रिटर्न अगर आपको चाहिए, तो यू शुड ऑप्ट फॉर दिस स्मॉल कैप कैटेगरी जेम व्हिच इज अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट प्लेस, राइट. सो आई होप ये जो स्मॉल कैप कैटेगरी की है, एसबीआई की जो स्मॉल कैप फंड है, उसकी एनालिसिस का वीडियो हम आपसे शेयर कर रही है, प्रेजेंटेशन हम आपसे शेयर कर रहे हैं. तो ये आपको ये फंड आपके लिए सूटेबल है कि नहीं, शुड यू ऐड इनटू योर पोर्टफोलियो और नॉट, ये डिसीजन लेने में आपको हेल्प करेगा. इफ यू विश टू फोकस ऑन कीपिंग एंड ग्रोइंग योर मनी, so these are the various means of communication through which you can remain connected to me and avail this kind of valuable piece of content as and when I create and publish the content. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Financial Freedom with Planet Well, and click on the bell icon to receive update notification so that whenever I upload a video like this, you will receive a notification so that you can consume the content. There is a blog, planetwell.in. At the same time, blog.planetwell.in is another blog URL, so you can read my blogs there. There are certain videos available on planetwell.in. At the same time, moneycraft.com is again a excellent third party personal financial literacy and mutual fund investing website available to equip yourself with personal financial literacy. I have got a Facebook page, Planet Well करके है, जहाँ से आप मेरे से जुड़ सकते हैं. I am also running a financial well-being group on the Facebook, so you can send request to join that group. I'll be more than happy to add you into that group. the best the best way to connect to me is through WhatsApp. So you can save my WhatsApp number 9328190022 as Planet Wealth, and then add me your name करके एक WhatsApp message डाल दो, so that I would put your number into my financial literacy broadcast groups, so that you will keep on receiving notification as and when some new blog is created or some new video is created or some infographic is created. So you keep on receiving educational material which will help you to keeping and growing your money. और तो आई होप ये जो वीडियो मैंने आज आपसे शेयर की एसबीआई स्मॉल कैप की एनालिसिस की, वो आपको आपकी फाइनेंशियल वेलबींग अचीव करने में, आपकी फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम अचीव करने में और आपकी वेल्थ क्रिएट करने में आपको हेल्पफुल रहेगी. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो. अगर आपको ये अच्छी लग रही है तो आप इसको शेयर करें और लोगों तक पहुंचाएं. एंड सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. मे गॉड शावर अबंडेंट वेल्थ टू यू.